Theme 4 is redress. What we want justice. What can organisations do to help patients adversely affected feel as though they have redress?
I think that this requires some national change. Patients and families who have been impacted by avoidable harm understandably want redress. The NHS resolution system just isn't set up to support families, and they're often made to continue to fight through lawyers and mediation, even after an investigation is completed and has established the truth. So there needs to be a national redress agency, which is being proposed, but it needs to consider more than just money. It needs to look at how those parents and those families and those patients can receive appropriate treatment to where, as far as possible, return them back to the health that they were. And if they can't, then to provide long-term care.
Theme 5 is we do not know who to complain to. It's complaints. How do you manage complaints from a system level to pick up themes and trends?
I think there's a need for change across the complaint system. There needs to be a simple single pathway for complainants to access, and I think that we need to strengthen the accountability of commissioners who commission these services in complaints. I think that commissioners need to take responsibility for multi-organisational complaints, for issues that cut across pathways that are delivered by different organisations, and that possibly there's an opportunity to look at the National Guardian's Office to see if they've got a role to play in having oversight nationally of complaint issues and what people are complaining about.
Yeah, the report definitely picks up on the fact that there's a diagram in there, and it just shows how many different places a patient could end up having to put a complaint in. It's not clear. It's very complicated. There's so many organisations that might only look at a part of that complaint. And, and definitely what's been picked up in the report is there was no one place to funnel these through and actually look at these trends that were appearing in people who'd had either taken the medication or had the devices. And so, yeah, I think that needs to be pulled together and at that bigger system level, so you can really, really identify when something isn't working and help address those quickly as you can.
Yes, and in some of the investigations that we've undertaken, you can see how complainants bounce around the system, sometimes even within the same organisation, where people don't take responsibility for ensuring that the complaint is appropriately logged, that the right people look into it and it's investigated in a timely way.
Theme 6 is duty of candour, preventing future errors. What can be done to improve the culture around disclosing mistakes?
So first of all, it's worth saying it's just really important that people are open and honest and being told the truth when something goes wrong. I think one of the challenges here is, although duty of candour continues to be the law, and you can say sorry without admitting liability, the being open policy was launched back in 2005 by the Patient Safety Agency. And I think the challenge over the period of the last 15 years is, how do we keep policy initiatives that were made 15 years ago, when the advocating agency just was abolished back in 2012. So all those people that will have understood the being open policy and trained and received kind of really strong guidance about it's the right thing to do, a significant number of those will have moved on, possibly even retired and left the NHS completely. The duty of candour law came in 2014, and boards need to be making sure that they're monitoring the compliance of duty of candour within their organisations. And similarly, commissioners need to be monitoring the organisations that they commission to ensure that duty of candour is complied with. And finally, it's regulated by the CQC. So when they come in and they look at safety and well-led, they will check to see that a random sample of patients who have come to harm have had the appropriate candour applied.
Theme number 7 is conflicts of interest. We deserve to know. How can we improve transparency and conflicts of interest?
This is interesting. It's only right if a clinician's being paid or receives benefits to influence or promote a product. that there's transparency about who's giving them that benefit. So who and possibly even what the benefit is or the amount of money. There is a national conflict of interest policy, but I think one of our challenges, particularly in hospitals, is how do you get every consultant to declare their conflicts of interest onto a register and then publish that so that it's open and transparent. Interestingly, we're writing an article about this, and there'll be something published in the coming days.
Oh, brilliant. So look out on the Facere Melius website. I will leave a link in the description so you can go to the website in a few days and check that one out. I'm just jumping on here as we have split this video into 3 smaller segments for those of you who don't have a lot of time. I will add an iCard here with the next video. I will also leave the links in the description below along with the full-length video, which is around 18 minutes and 30. I hope you've enjoyed this smaller segment of the video and have learned a lot from it. As I say, follow us on social media and we will see you next time.